affiliates out there. All right, final segment, Overdrive. Harry Dent is here with us, harrydentbook.com, to get a free copy. Only $4.95. That pays for the shipping and handling. And then he loses money because they had to print the book. So he's losing probably $5. He says to buy it from the publisher. Probably like $10 he's losing. But he wants you to read the book. It's so important. And it's about as accurate as you're going to get following demographics. It's what the elite do. They all know this. So we're talking about something that he's helped, codify. So he has trailblazed. But quite frankly, I read globalist reports, Pentagon reports, stuff that Carol Quigley wrote, in the 60s, and they talk about all this, things that Brzezinski wrote. And the 4 minutes we have left, sir, you're saying basically gambling off knowledge you have on the market on specific things with money you can lose is one of the most successful things you could do. But most people don't know how to do that. So what else? What would you say to, not individual advice, but what would you advise just in general terms for the general public?
There's a couple areas. In a boom, you sit there and you sit down with a financial advisor and say, okay, how do I diversify and play the upside? Well, the downside is just the opposite. And it gets more narrow. There's fewer things will do well. I tell people, number one thing most people should be doing is just get more of their real estate and stocks and financial assets in cash. Cash preserves the value after a bubble, and then when everything crashes, you can buy stuff at 10, 20, 30 cents on the dollar. So that's number one, just cash and very safe short-term bond. Number two, we've been saying this for years, the dollar benefits from the deleveraging of all this debt. There are going to be a lot of dollars, and debts and dollars are going to be destroyed and have been. The dollar is going to go up, not the euro, not the Swiss franc, not every other currency. Now, the dollar's been going down lately, so we're looking for another opportunity for people to bet on the U.S. dollar going up. There's an ETF called UUP. It follows the U.S. dollar. Third, to some minor amount, because people shouldn't be speculating, some percentage of your portfolio, 10, 20%, you can use to just basically bet on stocks going down. You can buy an inverse ETF, like SH. Goes the opposite of the S&P 500. So if stocks go down, and remember what I said earlier, stocks go down at least twice as fast as they go up even in a bubble, then you make some money on a small amount of your portfolio. And if you're really sophisticated, you can set up options or futures and things where you risk a little amount of money, and it's what some people call asymmetric returns. As I said earlier, stocks have been going up with so little volatility, you can buy some of these futures and options sort of things with a little money very cheaply and only put a little money at risk. But again, you should do that as an entire strategy and sit down with somebody who knows what they're doing. You shouldn't just run off this show and say, oh, I'm going to go buy an option. That'd be absurd.
But bottom line, if you can accrue cash and liquid assets, when the depression hits, you can then, at the bottom of the depression, buy real estate, buy companies, buy valuable things, and be really successful on the other end. In fact, that's how a lot of the biggest fortunes have been made.
Yeah, Joseph Kennedy was a great example in the early 30s. And here's the point, Alex. You have to have cash or something producing cash flow. Nobody's going to lend you money when the world looks like it's going down the tubes. So it's the people who have cash and liquid assets that can walk in to situations that are failing and literally say a business like buy your competitor out at 10 cents on the dollar, 20 cents on the dollar. Buy stocks. At the bottom of the Great Depression, stocks, blue chip stocks, were down 89%. Imagine buying great long-term companies that rate. So that's the real. I like the cash thing because you sleep at night. You're not taking any risk. You wait for things to fall apart. Then you start buying
What
stuff.
about the bail-in, though? More and more they're trying to launch this thing, and now in Greece, they're talking about federalizing pension funds to, quote, protect them. How do you keep them from pirating your cash in the future?
Yeah, well, don't have it sitting in a normal commercial bank account or deposit account. You have your money, even if it's in safe, cash-like investments or money markets or CDs or whatever, you have it in an investment account under your name. That's not something a bank can lend against. It's not like something like in Cyprus or Greece where banks or governments can come in and say, oh, we're just going to take 10% of all deposits of people over.
Really good advice. I don't have a lot of assets, but to back up this company in operation, I have some reserves that do exactly what you're saying. And that's when you buy, is when markets are down. You don't buy when they're up. But folks don't listen to that for whatever reason. Mr. Dent, thank you so much. Look forward to speaking to you again in the future.
Okay, thank you, Alex.
Yeah, his predictions are coming true, ladies and gentlemen, so congratulations on that. HarryDentBook.com. I'm Alex Jones with InfoWars.com.